Good morning. Blessings upon you all. I hope you're ready for a big week. I've just got back from the gym. Obviously, here in my European business, we have a gym on site, so I've got a private gym. I go into like some deep meditation, ready for war. I feel like you just need to be ready. Like, life is hard, making a business is hard, and you just need to get yourself in that mindset to enjoy hard. So like, my gym sessions are very therapeutic. They're very much like I put music on that has no words. There's like quite epic music. And like the first 20 minutes is cardio. I go into a running machine. I'm telling you this, guys, because it might be valuable for you, but I go into a running machine and I essentially just like imagine I'm going to war. And then like all of the bad things I like restructure as good, and like imagine myself becoming like harder, and like it's a crazy thing. Like your skin splitting and then resealing like tougher. Like I get deep with my meditation. I've been doing it for like 2 or 3 years, but honestly, it's like the most insane thing. I'm not going to like bore you with it too much, but you should try. What happened with me, right, is I was on a plane. Well, I've been on a lot of planes, but back on planes probably 2 or 3 years ago, I started like trying to make the plane journey go faster by putting an eye mask on and then going as deep into like my imagination as I could. And it built from there. Now my mornings start with like an hour of that every single morning. Admittedly, I need music to do it, but I use music with no words because like I said to you, I think words have power. And a lot of songs, if you actually listen to the words, are very negative. They're all like heartbreak or like crime or whatever it is. So I just put on epic music and I just go deep with the meditation. But anyway, not to bore you too much on what is actually a business video, but you could use that because trust me, in business, a lot of what it is you have to battle through the tough times, and like most of it is tough times, and the people who succeed are the people who are able to find a mechanism to survive tough times, because that's a lot of what it is. It's survival of the toughest. And like I said, I've seen a lot of people who have been successful early days of business and they just run out of energy. You burn out. So how are you going to stop yourself from burning out? And guys, oh yeah, by the way, I want to say thanks a lot for everyone who's been subscribing. Like I said, I'm going to continue doing business content because I can actually give you advice. I failed my GCSEs, but I've been wildly successful in business. And it wasn't because school was important, it's because understanding the mechanisms of business was. I'm very blessed. My granddad and my granddad is complete, no scholarly anything about him, couldn't read, couldn't write. My dad, again, didn't do college or university, but both of them are traders, hustlers, and like that is what I inherited. Like God bless, thank you God. So, and I think that this is what people don't understand. People use their savings to go into business, but really it's not about money, it's about mindset. And if you can get the mindset right, you're going to be successful. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and I will teach you the mindset. And also join the Discord community and ask questions you want me to speak on. Like I said, I started this business 14 years ago. And there's been 3 or 4 different times, one of which a friend robbed me. Another time a supplier robbed me. Another time business just dried up because the market conditions changed. I've nearly gone down and out 3 times, but God saved me. And he showed me the mindset to conquer those kinds of times, because God will do the bit that's impossible, but you have to do everything up until that point. And most people don't really understand that, to be honest with you. Most people are not able. And guys, please write down below what you think of these monologues, because like I say, this is going to be the new format. As long as I have content to speak on, I'm going to be doing it every single day. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll be switching between the streaming setup. I'll be doing some vlogs of the business. You're just going to be here in my life while I build this business. So those who are familiar with my routine know that every single morning I have a management meeting. And I'm going to get to your questions in a second, by the way. I've got 3 questions that I'm going to be answering on today's broadcast. But every single Monday morning, I have a sales meeting, and the sales meeting gets everyone together, 40 of my staff from the UK, 10 of the guys from here. We get into one giant meeting. Actually, no, that's a lie. We have 2 meetings. We have a sales and an ops. So it's not 50 in one. It's like 20 in one, 30 in another. Actually, that's a lie. It's like 15 sales, like 25 ops, and then 10 finance. That's about like the mix or whatever. But anyway, there are 3 different meetings. You've got sales, ops, and finance. And my meetings start at 10 a.m. European time, which isn't late because I'm lazy. No, I've done a load of stuff and I'm actually doing a video beforehand. But the reason it starts at 10 a.m. is they work to the UK schedule. And the UK schedule is 0900 we start. My day kind of looks like I wake up at like unholy hour, like normally at 4, half 4 in the morning. I've been playing Fortnite since crazy o'clock. If you watch my story, you know I had a crazy win this morning. But anyway, I wake up with a little bit of Fortnite first thing in the morning. I pray, Fortnite, and then I do my meditation. Then I go to the gym where meditation continues, but on like a running machine. And then I come here, do my emails, start my recording. And so I've done a load of stuff before 9 o'clock UK time even starts. And then at 9 o'clock, I basically am in front of a camera, much like I am now, but speaking to my entire company, making sure that everyone is firing on all cylinders ready for a big week. And actually, I had a very sick idea last week, right? So, well, it was 2 weeks ago. One of my biggest trials and tribulations, like you're even going to recognize this in yourself. If you're a one-man band, or if there's a team of like 50 of you, like I have, or 1,000 of you, and you're way bigger than me, it's the same, is that trying to do the things that you don't want to do are hard work, right? So you need to put rules in place. Now that also echoes out from you. So if it's hard to make calls for yourself when it's just you in your bedroom trying to win business, it's hard to also employ people to make calls. People constantly come off the gas because it's the hardest part of the job. You're going to get rejected. Like people who have done telesales before, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, what I did last week is I said, I'm just going to give random bits of money away to my top callers each day. And you won't know which day it's going to be. And it'll just be, so everyone's calls are going right up. Because when it's a big day of calls, I'm like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's 200. Here's 50. Here's 100. Anyway, last week I said someone, I'm going to get them a Louis Vuitton purse. Someone who does a big day. Or a wallet if it was a man or a woman. Anyway, a woman that we employed last 2 weeks ago, she started, who I actually found when we were driving around Germany looking for staff. She won the purse, so God bless her. Crazy amount of calls. Like I said in yesterday's video, she called 51 people and got through to 31. If there's business owners on here, they're probably like, what's the name of this one? I'm going to hawk her. Nah, I'm not naming her. You keep away from my staff. Go find your own. But yeah, like so... crazy amount of calls. And this whole mechanism I think is better because people only work when they think a prize is there harder. But if they don't know if there is or isn't a prize, it's kind of like that uncertainty. Like, it must be stressful to be selling under that. But hey, I got to do what I got to do. It's really hard to keep putting fuel on those engines. So what do you think about that? You think that's a crazy idea, or do you think I'm doing something good there? I actually think it's really good. But like, I don't want to kill people with stress either because like, but then again, if you don't want the Louis Vuitton, you don't have to work that hard, you know? I'm just saying, like, look, work really hard, you might win a purse or a wallet or whatever, equal in money. Here's a pretty cool thing. When you've been at my company for 10 years, I get you a Rolex. And I actually have 2 people who have been here 10 years now who have watches. And that was pretty cool. Balloons came up over the screen. I don't know what that was all about. But yeah, I have 2 people who have got watches so far, and I now owe another 2. So that's 4 people who have been at my company for a decade. So I have to buy Barry a Rolex and Ken a Rolex. Barry, who is basically the whiz with understanding like mechanisms, procedures, processes all through the business. Like he understands all that stuff. He's the master of it in my business, and I've worked with him now for like 10 years. He's a brother of mine, great guy. And Ken, he's been here now for also 10 years, and he's my chairman and helped me through some crazy turbulent times. You know those times I told you about where like I nearly went bust because I've been robbed, one by my business partner, one by a supplier. Ken was always there. So being in business is lonely. You need someone who's got your back, and obviously Beaksy as well. Right, guys, I'm going to get to these questions in a second. I've had some coffee. Oh, shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. But yeah. Oh, and those who have been following, you know my first business, the one that bankrupted me? I had a bathroom shop, and my logo was a yellow duck. And now since my business is purple, and obviously I wear loads of purple stuff and drive a purple car, I found a purple yellow duck. Sorry, a purple rubber duck, and I leave it on my desk. It's kind of a reminder. Because you know there was times back there, that was like 15 years ago, when I was in so much debt that I didn't want to be here. I didn't understand stuff. I didn't understand you should never think like that anyway. I thought that if you didn't have money, if business isn't going well, like this is what life is. It's about the here and now. Obviously, I understand things very differently, but I have it as a reminder of how dark things got. And now I'm here. Life's good. Mad. Life is crazy. Anyway, let's get to this question. So I have a question from Rose with Thorns. Assalamu alaikum from the US. I'm essentially in my middle-age stage. I have an MBA and have been in the corporate arena for sound 30 years, on and off. The economic climate in the US is horrible, so I've been researching starting my own online business. Medical supplies, tech stuff, etc. Not sure what exactly yet, or I can consider both options and even others. I would like to know some details. How much initial investment is safe to resell items? If you think eBay and other platforms are a good way to go, where would you store the items inventory? And how to look for good suppliers and whether they should be local or international. Any insight or future related videos would be greatly appreciated, bro. Love your content. May Allah put blessings in your rizq and keep you from on your deen. Ameen. Thank you very much, brother. May God bless you, and thanks a lot for the comment. So this is what I would say. When it comes to managing inventory, managing how much money you're putting into it, like you already said it yourself there, you're looking at eBay and Amazon. You should literally do what I did, is that you should just keep the money limited and let the small amount of money build to replenish the stocks. So you heard the saying, don't run before you can walk. Just walk. Just put like $500 into stock. If you have that, if you don't, you have $100. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not giving anyone financial advice. I'm just telling you, if I was in your shoes, I'd be looking for a way to make sure that the money doesn't get out of control, so it's limited, and you don't need much space for that. Let's say $500, you could keep the stock under your bed, and you could do it from like a laptop or something. That's what I would look to do, and my mission would be reach critical mass within the premises of my house so that I get to a point where I can pay rent outside. So I didn't leave my mum's garage until I was at a point where like I was already earning enough to pay the rent. So I think I was earning like $4,000 a month in profit, but I wasn't paying a salary, and I put 1,800 quid of that straight into rent. That's what I did to get out, because I needed warehousing space. So like I was still going to the car boot sale. I put 1,800 quid to pay my keep my lights turned on, to get extra money to pay myself. And so that's the answer. Is make it so you can keep your costs really low and don't worry about buying loads of stock. So yeah, that'd be my advice, bro. What else? And as far as how to look for suppliers, I would try and find local suppliers if I were you, bro. Because local suppliers aren't going to make you buy loads of that one product because you haven't got to reach an MOQ. MOQ stands for minimum order quantity. If you start going far and wide for suppliers, the amount of single units of that product you have to buy is normally higher. So while you're starting out, start small. You're not going to be able to buy the product for the cheapest, but you won't have to buy so many. So everything is this kind of cost reward. And also, while you're early days, you're not going to be subjugated to many costs that a bigger business would be. So use those things to your advantage. And we have another question. Not a Muslim, but could you give solid advice on how to start a business? Yeah, sure. Pretty much what I just said there, it goes back to the same thing. This could all just tail up to how to start a business. But really, yeah, just buying and selling. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't feel too proud to do anything. Like I said, I was at the markets up until like 2 or 3 months before I really hit the big time. I was still going to the markets on a Sunday, selling stuff, just doing anything I could 3 or 4 months before I would clear 100 grand profit in a month. So like, that's where things were. Because, well, to be honest with you, things turned around so fast, I wasn't even making much money when I was at the markets. But I'm just using that as context. Like, never think you're too good for things. And I even went back to the market when things got tough. So, look, that's why I would say go out and buy, sell. You've got loads of people who do like garage sales. You can buy and sell stuff there, sell it on eBay. But start an eBay business. Start a service business. What do you do? What is great about you? What could you sell to someone else? Have you got a specialty? Could you be a designer? Could you be a copywriter? Could you be someone who could sell houses? Like really it's very personal to you, because I had to be someone who buys and sells boxes, because if I wasn't that, then like I'm no lawyer. I'm no service guy. So I'm just good at buying for £1, selling for £2, but you got to look inside of you what you're good at. Some people's talent might be computer gaming, and then they're going to computer game stream and then start selling merchandise and turn a business. Like, listen, there's so many ways to skin a cat, and yeah, each answer is going to be very personal. But when it comes to starting a business, just remember these things. Most businesses fail because they run out of money and their self-belief dies. So find a way to constantly believe in yourself and find a way to start a business which can be sustained. Like I said, I only started this business out here in Europe because I had enough money to support it. I could not have started this from nothing. It took me €1 million to get it here. So this wouldn't be a business to start if you're in your bedroom like I was 14 years ago. Everything's relative. Create a plan and then go from there. I really think if you young guys, you're watching this, you should be looking to start businesses for £1,500 and just start learning. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Sell something and know that you know exactly to the penny how much is coming back. These are good exercises. So that goes out the door for 5. Know that after the PayPal fees, the eBay fees, you have whatever it is back here. Have exercises where you're working it out before the money gets given to you, so you understand the numbers. Once you understand the numbers and you understand how keeping yourself motivated, the rest becomes easy. But the motivated thing is hard because, like I say, in the first 3 years, it took me 3 years. 2010, I didn't make big money till 2013. But in those 3 years, there were so many easy times to quit. In year 2, I ended up 100 grand in debt because I had a load of bad stock to a supplier. And I had to dig my way out of that hole. Like, so trust me, if you want to make it big, you got to be ready to fight. But hey, hope that makes sense. And guys, like I said, let me know what you think about these monologues. And please comment down below any other questions you've got, because I'm going to be doing another video tomorrow. My voice is starting to get better, but you just have to bear with me. It should be good because I'm using a microphone now. But hey, brothers and sisters, I hope you have a fantastic week. Well, a fantastic day, because I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. I am going to go take care of my sales meeting in a minute. And yeah, I love you all. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys on my Discord. I will put the link in the comments below. It'll be pinned over and out.